Hi, boys and girls. Welcome back. Today we're going to be using the area model to multiply, but this time we're going to be doing 2 digits by 2 digits. You'll see it's basically the same thing that we did before, but just adding an additional step. So here's our first equation, 15 times 14. Just like we did before, we're going to use expanded form to spread out both of these two factors. So 15 is equal to 10 times 5, and 14 is equal to 10 times 4. Now we're going to draw our area model box. This time we have two digits numbers, so we're going to need to have a box that has 4 spaces, one for each place value. We're going to start by distributing out our number 15. Now, it doesn't matter if you put it going down the side or going across, as long as you keep the numbers that make 15 together. So in this case, I'm going to put them down the side on the left. So I have 10 and 5. Then I need to distribute out my 14. So I have 10 and 4. Now, just like we did with area model before, we're going to take the number to the left and multiply it times the number above. So 10 times 10. 10 times 10 is 100. Then I'm going to take my 10 that's to the left, slide it all the way over to the right, and multiply it times the number above. So 10 times 4 makes 40. Now I'm done with my top row. Now I'm going to multiply through my bottom row. I'm going to take 5 times 10. 5 times 10 is 50. Then I'm going to slide my 5 over and multiply it times 4. 5 times 4 is 20. Now that I have all of my products together, I'm going to add them all together. These are my partial products that I got in my area box. This is the same thing as using partial products. I do like area box because it helps me visualize to make sure that I didn't miss any of my numbers. Sometimes I will go through, and as I'm writing out my addition problem, I will check off each box to make sure that I got them all. So I see I had 100, I have 40, I have 50, and 20. It's also good to go across and then down and across, just like we multiplied. That way we don't miss anything. When I'm adding them together, I see I have zeros in the ones place. I have 4 plus 5 is 9, plus 2 more would be 11. Carry my 1 to make 2, so my answer would be 210. So 15 times 14 is 210. Let's look at one more example. In this example, you'll see that we have a different number than 1 in our tens place. Everything's going to be the same. It's just going to end up with a larger number. So I know 50 times 20 would be 1,000. So it's probably going to be in the thousands place, right? Close to 1,000. So we're going to start by dividing out or distributing out 53 and 26. So 53 in expanded form is 50 plus 3, and 26 is 20 plus 6. We have two two-digit numbers, so we need a box with 4 spots. Just like before, we're going to put our 53 going down the side and our 26 going across. We're now going to multiply through. So 50 and 20 goes in the first box. 50 times 20. I know 5 times 2 is 10, and then I have 2 more zeros, so that would be 1,000. Then I'm going to slide my 50 over and grab my 6 from above to get 50 times 6. 5 times 6 is 30, so 50 times 6 is 300. Now I'm going to go with my bottom row. I have 3, and then I'm going to go all the way to the very top and see my 20. So 3 times 20 is 60. And then my 3 is going to slide all the way over, and I'm going to look all the way back up to the top, and I have 3 times 6. 3 times 6 is 18. Now that I have all of my products and all of my boxes are complete, then I can take my products over to make my addition problem. I'm going to move over 1,000 plus 300 plus 60 plus 18. Now it's really important that we make sure we use our place value when we're lining up these numbers. If I put everything lined up with my 1000, my number, my answer would be very, very large. So I need to make sure I line everything up starting in the ones place and tens place, hundreds and thousands. It's also helpful to draw a line down in between each place value if that's helpful for you. When I add these together, I have zeros plus 8 is 8, 6 plus 1 is 7, bring down my 3 and bring down my 1 to get the answer 1,378. So 53 times 26 is equal to 1,378. So again, when we're using the area model to multiply 2 digits by 2 digits, it's very similar to what we did when we multiplied 2 digits by 1 digits. We just need to add an additional box. Some things that kids get stuck on is making sure that you get the right number of zeros when you're multiplying. Always, if there's a zero in your multiplication problem, make sure you add those zeros and they're counted for in your answer, your product. The other thing is make sure that you get all of your products. If there's 4 boxes, you should have 4 numbers in your addition problem. And finally, make sure all of your numbers are lined up using their place value so that you get to the correct answer. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please click like below and subscribe for more math lessons from the Math Maniac 4th grade.